Hi, I'm Catherine Mora. I am the head book coach and publishing director at Change Empire Books, where we help people write and publish beautiful books and get them out into the world. This is Kat's Book Chat, where I talk every day about a different thing to do with editing, writing, publishing, promotion, all of that great stuff. So today's topic is what you should not, I can't even say it properly, don't list on Amazon until you have this. Now that's a bit cryptic, isn't it? And it's not even worded very well, to be honest. Anyway, the point being, it's very, very important that you've got all your ducks in a row before you list on Amazon. So a good book description on Amazon obviously has, you've got the right keywords, that you've used keyword research, that you've structured your description in a certain way, you've made it appealing, all of that stuff. And I'll talk about that in another video. But there's one thing that you need before you spend money on ads, or you could very well be wasting that money. And that is reviews. Because if people haven't heard of you, and even if they have, they'll want to see some reviews and some social proof before they go ahead and purchase your book. So even if they see your book listing and they click on it, if they scroll down and you've got no reviews, or you have one that your mum did, then it won't be much good. And in fact, if your mum did it, Amazon will probably take it off anyway, especially if she lives at the same address. They work these things out. So you do need that credibility, but getting reviews is actually quite tricky. Amazon used to have a spreadsheet that you could export with all their top reviewers' contact details on them. They do still have lists you can access, but they don't have that same level of detail. It's become a lot more complicated to approach people through the Amazon system. You can Google reviewers who review your genre. They'll have a whole lot of rules, like how many months notice they need and what they need your email to say and obviously the very specific genres that they review and all of these things, right? So it's quite a time-consuming process. Even if you have friends and family you want to ask to review, I will tell you that a lot of people say they'll do it and then they won't, unfortunately. So I think 10% of people that you ask might actually end up doing it. So you need to really ask a lot of people to read and review your book to actually get the amount of reviews you need. And let's focus on about 20. If you could get 20 reviews, that would be good if you're running ads. If you could have 100, that would be ideal, but don't really run ads with less than 20 reviews. And obviously 4-star and 5-star reviews. They don't all need to be 5, but mostly 4 and 5. So there's another little tricky thing, that even if you put your book on pre-sale, nobody can review it until the sale launch day. So even if you have people buying it in the pre-sale period, the good news about having a pre-sale is that they all drop on the day of launch as a sale. So you're more likely to be a bestseller, for example, but they can't do their review. So you actually need to be giving people, and they can't get the book right until the day either. So you actually need to, if people buy the copy, and then you send them a copy they can read in advance, in the understanding that they'll do a review on launch day, because you want all those reviews to hit on launch day ideally. Yes, it can build over time, but it'd be great if it all happens straight away, because then you run your ads and really get some momentum happening while it's new and hopefully a bestseller. Because the reviews can't hit until then, you need to be very organized and coordinated beforehand. So an ARC, which is an advanced reader copy, is a copy that you would give any reviewers for free. Now, you can't entice people to give a review through giving them a gift or anything. That's against Amazon rules and obviously not ethical. You always just ask people to give an honest review, but it's a good idea to have a book launch team. And so these are people that you know or who have followed your book writing journey. And I've talked about that in other videos, how to build your audience as you go along. When people are interested, you can ask them if they'd like to be part of your book launch team. It's not a paid thing. You're not going to want them to do a whole lot. All you really want them to do is maybe mention your book and share the listing once or twice and say, hey, this is my friend's book, or this is my colleague's book, or whatever. But then one of their jobs, their main job, is to actually read the book in advance and give you a review on launch day, because reviews are so important. So you definitely don't want to be part of me listing without reviews on Amazon, because people just won't take you seriously. If you're not known and you don't have reviews, why would they buy the book? Unless you have some really compelling, amazing description and they think they're one of the first people to read it, and that's why you don't have reviews, then they probably won't take the risk. Also depends how much your book is, so there's a few factors in there. But do think about that. Message me anytime if you have questions. You can comment below, you can send me a PM. I'm happy to brainstorm about your book and talk to you about different aspects of the publishing journey if it's worth you doing. And I'm also going to drop a link below for my 45-step book writing and publishing checklist, which you'll find super handy if you're in the process of writing a book or about to write a book or wherever you are in that. So I'm always here to help, and until the next video, happy writing.